Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we came to the north of Mauville, taking on the Winstraight family in a 4 versus 1 battle. And then got here to the base of Mount Chimney, finding out that something is up in Fallarbor Town, so that's where we're headed to next. In this episode, we're going to be entering Mount Chimney and going through the Fiery Path. Now, there's some good items here that we need strength to get, though, but unfortunately we're not able to use strength outside of battle yet, I don't think. So we can't get those yet. But what is here of interest are 2 new Pokemon. First off is Grimer. Grimer is a very special defensive Pokemon. It's one of what I consider one of the better poison types out there. Now, it's really good at standing up to special attacks, and it's good at physical damage, but it's not really good at much else. As you can see here, we can't use strength outside of battle quite yet, though. But anyway, Grimer evolves into Muck, which is it's a special tank. Unfortunately, it's weak to the Psychic type, though, so that kind of nerfs that a bit. And then better than Muck, in my opinion, is Coughing. I used Coughing in a previous playthrough, as you might recall. And that was one fun ride indeed. Anyway, though, Coughing I like a lot more because it has the ability Levitate, making it immune to ground-type attacks, meaning its only weakness is Psychic, which is really cool. It evolves into Wheezing. Wheezing is possibly one of the best physical walls in this particular game. It was alright in the first 2 games, and it just got better in this one. It also got a lot of better moves like Will-O-Wisp, which burns the opponent, which allows you to lower their attack by half. But yeah, all in all, I like Wheezing a lot. You know my opinion on it if I used it, and we have some possibly mandatory battles here. I think I'll just go ahead and take them on in a double battle. Even though I could probably dodge both of them if I waited long enough, I think I'm better off just doing this now. Okay. So, double battle. Now, something in double battles that I keep meaning to show off, but I keep forgetting, but I swear that I will not forget this time, is a little trick that you can do. You know how the health is only represented in bars because there's not enough space on the screen? If you press start, you can change it to numbers. Kind of nice. I kind of just wish they would have had the numbers off to the side and had a smaller HP bar off to the side of the numbers. I think that would have just been the better game design choice, in my opinion. But kind of sucks that they didn't do that, but oh well. Not really any way that I can go back in time and change it. But yeah. So I've been meaning to show that off for a long time because it's a really helpful thing that, as far as I know, not too many people are aware of. But yeah. And by the way, the Fiery Path is where you could finally actually obtain Torkoal after all that time after we saw May using it. Okay. So that pretty much does it. As you notice here, now that I've given Kappa Ice Beam and Teddy actually has a good damaging move now, you might see that pretty much every member of our team is actually quite useful now. Because I'm getting one-hit KOs a lot. Every team member is contributing. It's not really just Moagami and it's not really just Moagami that's doing all the work now. It's entirely like everything is just whoa, and I froze it. That's actually a really good status infliction. You were defrosted instantly! So much for that's a really good status infliction! Yeah, chilled roses, I guess. I think that if you freeze certain plants, they die, so I don't know why it wouldn't just be utterly, like, dead now, even if it was just frozen for a moment, but yeah. Anyway, though. So, we have a Kindler, Shayla. So, I like that, the name Shayla, not the Kindler, but the other girl, Shayla. Don't know why, I just find that to be kind of a cool name. And watch, I'm gonna have some girl out there that has a crush on me who happens to just be named Shayla. Over here, we have Desert. That slope over there is what we can use the Mach Bike on, but if we try to walk in here, Sandstorm is vicious, it's impossible to keep going, even though I can clearly see the game is just not gonna let me do that. So, I unfortunately can't... Oh, I can? Yes, I can! Okay, this is an example of a shortcut that a Mach Bike can give you. Really need to start using my bike more. Haven't really been doing that, though, but if we go all the way up here, there is a shortcut around here, and we can just go straight here, and we go down here, and we keep saying here, we rest our old and tired bones here, we talk to this old lady here, oh dear, dear, aren't your Pokemon exhausted, want to rest up here? That's a fine idea, you should do that. Alright, so, we rest up, and very good. Oh dear, dear, your Pokemon are still tired. You should take another rest here. Okay, no. That's it. I won't say that anymore, or you guys will probably kick me in the rear! Search trainers. Hi, I'm visiting an area near Route 111. We're trying to spot some up-and-coming talent in the field. Today we turned our lens on Trainer Emil. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. Best way to determine how strong a trainer is? Well, the fastest way is to battle, and so we began our investigation. That's how we ended up in our battle with Emil. In a dominating performance, we were flattened, rolled up, tossed aside, spat in their eyes, and made them wet their pants. Emil is ruthlessly strong. Here's our impression of having battled our featured trainer. The combination of Combuskin and Vigoroth was divine. Sight of them, Combuskin and Vigoroth, selflessly supporting each other in the thick of battle. It was a marvelous sight to behold. Ember was the move the trainer used last in battle. The move is Combuskin and Vigoroth's sign of friendship. After our battle, we asked Emil for a sufficient summary. The trainer replied, awfully. Emil's Combuskin and Vigoroth, and awfully. That's deep. There's some significance behind that quote. It's no surprise. A good trainer has good things to say. That's all for today. See you on our next broadcast. They really will just put anything on the air these days. Hence why they're losing teens to the internet. Anyway, what do you got? I watered the plants every day. They grew in a lot of flowers. They gave me lots of berries too. Here you go. You can have it. She gives us a raspberry. I believe that this girl will give you a new berry each day, just like the one in Rustboro. I'll put a detail on screen if I'm actually wrong about that. Here we got a raspberry. Not a Razzie Award, but a raspberry. A raspberry, I don't believe, has any use quite yet. It is used as an ingredient for cooking these berries later on, but we can't do that yet. What's more important here for now is that we have 2 orange berries. Okay? Let's get that. And there we go. Now, I wanted to make sure that I'm not missing any items down here. Oh! This guy! Good thing I didn't come down. Good thing I came down here. Making my own home here using a Pokemon. I know, I'll give you this TM. Yes, we will use this. TM 43. This is Secret Power. This is the move that was being talked about in Slateport. If we find a tree like this, we can use the move Secret Power. Not an HM move, but a TM move. You use rock walls with indents in them. You can look for other places. There's some other areas, like there's bushes that are really big that you can use it on. We're going to go and teach this to Slavinator just so I can show what this does, because it is actually kind of a cool feature. Let's go ahead and teach this to a Pokemon. We'll teach it to Slavinator, of course. Secret Power is not that good of a move. What is kind of cool, though, is that you do get a shot. Actually, that's not that bad, actually. 70 power really isn't too terrible. But I guess we'll just keep it on our HM slave. So that's really about it. We got ahead and got Secret Power. We can buy more Secret Power TMs anytime I want. And our Zigzagoon has yet another item. This thing is just finding items like nuts. Let's take it. A potion, and not quite as good as your last performance, but oh well. Let's steal the one that guy was going to use. What's nice about Secret Power is in Pokemon Centers you can actually swap records with other people, and they can visit your secret base in their Pokemon world. Now, remember those dolls that we got and how I said that we can use them to decorate areas other than our room? Well, this is it. I can put this Torchic doll anywhere I want. Wee, look at me! This would crash the game if it was red and blue. We put this right about here. It can't be placed here. Oh, right. You have to have a mat to put dolls on because otherwise they'll get dirty. Either that or a table. We're about to get into more secret base stuff. What's actually also kind of cool about secret bases is not only can you customize them any way you want, and your friends can see them in their worlds, but what's really, really cool is that they can actually battle whatever team you had whenever you mixed records. Anyway, right here, I have to say, I love this song. It is just so relaxing, and whenever I'm stressed out, I just listen to this song for a long time, and it just calms me down so much. It's kind of like, I wouldn't compare it to like Bramble Blast, but it also is another song that I just find really soothing, and I just can listen to forever. Heck, I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Of course, it doesn't say that I find an item. And of course, it isn't done with that. There's a battle here. Okay, I think that's enough. So you get it. I really like this song. Now, there's something that I'd like to ask you guys. This is something that I always am torn on in every Pokemon LP. The thing is, I want to know, do you guys think I'm showing enough battles on screen? because the thing is, I like showing some regular trainer battles for flavor, but I don't want to show too many of them though, because to be blunt, these videos would drag on for too long, it'd get boring for me, I'd run out of stuff to talk about really quick, which is why I try to only show required ones. And I know that there's some people that speed up battles though, but I'm just like, is it really that important to show a battle and speed it up though? Because, you know, it's just you selecting the same moves over and over again. But the thing is, if I can find a trainer that I have something to talk about, I will battle them, or if they're required, I'll battle them. But usually if they're not required, I like skipping them, and I just want to know, what is your guys' take on that though? Because there's no really easy way to go about this. Because there's always the possibility some people might not like that you're off-screening stuff, and then there's the possibility that people might not like that you have too many battles. And I'm always torn on which way is right, and I always flip back and forth, because in the very beginning of the series, I showed, like, every last battle, but then I was like, you know, these videos are getting kind of long, and they're not really getting much done, so anyway. In this house, though, Terra's covered in volcanic ash, Huff Puff. I'm specially gifted, Huff Puff. I can make glass items out of volcanic ash and make items, Huff Puff. Go collect ashes with this, Huff Puff, and we get the soot sack. This guy makes some awesome items. This guy is awesome. Okay, so we'll go ahead and talk to him. And do I have to go walk? Okay, can we? No. Okay, I guess I have to get at least some volcanic ash before I'm allowed to see what he carries. This guy will make some awesome items for you. Let's see here. This acknowledged the wondrous thing, volcanic ash here be fashioned into glass. I thought that was figured out a long time ago, and whoa, found a wild Pokemon. Here is the one of 2 new Pokemon in this route, Spinda. Spinda is a joke. It is hands down one of the weakest Pokemon ever. 60 across the board in all of its stats. Really diverse move pool, so I guess it does have a lot of moves that it can learn, but similar to Dunsparce, even though it can learn so many good moves, it doesn't have much of a way to use them. But I guess if you really wanted one, at least it can learn just about anything you would ever want. Now, the spots on Spinda's face are kind of unique because it can have many different combinations. Guess how many combinations? 4,294,967,296. Yeah, that's how many. It's not enough ash here. Are you seriously? 240? Okay, I'll just show the items on screen and what they do. They're good items, they heal status problems instantly, they're infinite use. So if you want something to heal confusion, sleep, or anything like that, if you miss the Pokéflute, these are items for you. Anyway, other new Pokemon you can find on this route is Skarmory. Skarmory is a defensive wall, and a damn good one at that. Doesn't evolve, but it doesn't really need to. I'm not going to use one, though, because it is a bit overdone. Whoa, a double team TM. Okay. Skarmory only has a handful of weaknesses, and its physical defense is beastly, as its number of defenses, as Steel is the most defensive type in the game. So yeah, Skarmory is a really overused Pokemon for a reason. It's really good at what it does. It's also good at withering down your opponent. If you want to wither him down with moves like Toxic or Spikes, it's definitely a good Pokemon for using those moves. But anyway, we got one last trainer battle here, I guess, before we move on. And it's against an Aron. How wonderful. Let's switch to Moagami, I guess. And these things have really high physical defense, though, so I think I'll probably go for Ember on this. And Metal Clop, really. Speaking of that, didn't you guys think that was kind of cheap, though, how they gave Charmander Metal Claw at a low level in Fire Red and Leaf Green? Like, you know they only gave Charmander that, though, because Charmander has such a hard time against Brock, and they had to even it out somehow, because they didn't want people to get discouraged on the first boss. I don't know, I just always thought that was kind of cheap how they did that, though, but hey. And a cool tent finally grew to level 23. It's getting kind of close to evolving. Once it evolves, that thing is a beast. Trust me on that. So, now that we're done with this, Route 113, Fallarbor Town. Okay, so is this some kind of like couple ritual? Like instead of glomping, you guys just bump into each other hundreds of times a day? I don't know. So anyway, Fallarbor Town. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up really quick, and here we have yet another battle tent. Something else that I'd like to show, but not till I'm level 30. And let me actually check to see if there's a TM in here, because there probably is. And Scott's here. How'd you get here so fast? Man, for a fat dude, you can really move. How should I say this? Someone bursting with a desire and drive to win. There's a trainer like that, I'd immediately... Whoops, never mind. Keep working at it. You'd immediately what? Intense these days are luxurious. I might try battling. Okay. What do you got? Give me a TM. You know, battle tents offer different experiences when the battle tent in Fallarbor Town. Things fast like a trainers try to win, have all their faith in their Pokemon. Screw faith in my Pokemon. I want a TM. F you, F you, F you. Don't F you me. Check them and grab the title. Okay, I guess there isn't a TM here. Okay, so one exception to that. So, alright, may the greatest teams gather. See, take a look at my precious zoo roll. It's slick and smooth plushie, too. You already challenged Flannery, the leader of Fallarbor Town. The girl's grandfather was famous. He was once in the Elite Four on the Pokemon League at one point. Wouldn't surprise me to see Flannery become a great trainer in her own right. Well, so we got a bit of foreshadowing as to who we're going to be fighting as our next gym leader. But Professor Cosmo went up to Meteor Falls 114 with some people from Team Magma. Team Magma. Well, so Team Aqua considered them an enemy. Not sure if they're necessarily the good guys, though, even if they are an enemy of the bad guys that we know. Meow! Have a hard time deciding which Skitty evolve or not. You have to use a Moonstone, but Sword decided it may make it evolve, it may become stronger, but it will look different, too. Don't be so appearance-driven, you jerk. Here we got pretty much the same items, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, I am wrong about the guard spec. I meant to point this out earlier. It prevents stat reduction. It's basically the move Safeguard, so it's not X Special Defend. I was incorrect on that. So this guy here is the Move Tutor. Let's see what he has to offer. God, this guy's fat. Move Tutor is right. I'm the Move Tutor. I know all the moves Pokemon, learn every one of them. And I can teach Pokemon those moves. I can teach a move if you like. Do it all for a heart scale. So we have a heart scale right here. If you've unlearned a move that you want on a Pokemon, you can take them here and spend a heart scale to relearn the move that you forgot that you want back. So, very helpful. I don't need to relearn any moves quite yet, but I might do this at some point, especially when I evolve Lombre, because Lombre evolves the stone, and you can use these to relearn some moves that Pokemon would have by default if as a stone Pokemon, so I guess that's kind of cool. In the fields of Fallarbor, we plant seedlings and hardy trees that thrive in volcanic ash. Very fascinating. So anyway, I think this is gonna about do it here. Last thing I want to do is see who's hogging the PC over there. I'm the only human in this world who can use those computers. I shouldn't be blocked by you. Oh, hello, you are? Okay, your name's Emil. I'll see you're a trainer. What, you think you're something special? So that means the Pokemon storage system I developed. You developed that? How I arrived at the conclusion, simple deductive process. You spoke to me because you wanted access on this PC. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lynette. Honestly, I'm glad to meet you. It's great meeting someone using this storage system. Please invite me at home. Please visit me at my home. My route is on house 114. So yes, I don't know who really developed the storage system, because for some odd reason, even though we know that she developed it, it still says someone's PC here. Don't know why that is, but yeah. Don't know if she ripped off Bill or if Bill ripped off her, or maybe she's Apple, Bill is Microsoft, and they both ripped off Xerox. I don't know. Anyway, so next time on Pokemon Emerald, now that we've gotten here to Fallarbor Town and checked out the town, we're gonna head out of Fallarbor Town and see what lies beyond here, alright? See you guys then. And by the way, if you hadn't guessed by now, I love the music here. And that is an epic playtime!